Hello everyone. So hope everybody's keeping well. So it's a long story to talk about, but it's something that I wanted to talk about for a long time. I did briefly touch about it, a good while ago, and I talked about it. Um, I tried to record this a few times, and I did get a bit emotional. But again, we all have to have a little cry now and again, and and again, it's both tears of joy and it's both sadness at the same time. The same thing. I took my hat off. Um, But yeah, I talk about this. So basically, I'm sure many people know I talked many times about my mental health. And still to this day, I say to people, there is inside of me, there is a thing that, nothing that can cure it. Really, nothing can cure it. The only thing that can cure it is, I just have to live with it, I suppose. Um, but, it is inside of me that, I'm very sensitive, I'm just very caring and very nervous, I suppose, person, and two, deep inside, I might betray to them, that I am, just a fearless warrior, but I say straight that I'm not a fearless warrior. Sometimes, well, a good lot of the times, I step up to the plate and I can do things, but inside of me, it's something that just tears me into bits, and it's still to this day it does, and even though I put on a brave plate, it still does tear, because it's just who I am, I suppose, and the way I was built. Um, so yeah, maybe again, that's not a good characteristic to have for a politician, but I'm sure you will agree. But what am I doing here? This is the one. But so yeah, if my house, if this boom was born in the morning, or please God, never happened, but if a fire ever happened here, I would want in to save these two documents. I really would, regardless of anything else. Everything else could burn. But these are the things, and then when I say this to people, if I do die, God forbid, if I die next week, tomorrow, whenever, to bury me with these two documents, really just please put it into the coffin. To do really mean a lot to me. So if you could put that, like if they were, God forbid, if I do die, please, honour that request. I do have it on a piece of paper. I do have, my final requests if anything ever did happen. So please, if God forbid, if it did ever happen, to please honour my wish if it never was done. So yeah, so this basically was when I was in the hospital. It was called Cherry Orchard. There was a hospital in Ballyfamil in Dublin, and it was for young people that were suffering with mental health illness. And basically we did this, and I still won't forget it, because again, these young people were amazing young people, and they were going through very, very tough times too, the same way as myself, very, very tough times. And you probably know this sheet, you probably often, because I do remember one person asked me before what's on the wall behind me, particularly when I'm standing over there, I'm standing up. The Michael Collins picture is there, X, Y, and Z. And they often ask me, what's this kind of pink, I suppose the one person called it, what's pink sheet. Well, this was an exercise we done. We were out in the courtyard. There was a nice courtyard, nice and colourful, orange and yellow. Beautiful colours and just beautiful grass. It was a beautiful sunny day. And the seagulls and things like that. So yeah, we done an exercise. We had to write things about each other on a piece of paper. So I can't remember what I wrote about everybody else. But you can see this, and again, it shows you really where I started off really in politics, and really to do it, to just never shut the fuck up about talking about cavan. Forgive me for my language, but that's probably the way people would say it. So it is sad and upsetting at the same time. But yeah, as you can see here, this is what other people wrote. So the first one here is friendly and from cavan. My one is just good at YouTube. Like, what's that got to do with anything? Very sweet and good natured. Seems like a really nice guy. I don't know, probably upside down for you, and decent guy. Such a good friend, and he loves his county. Friendly plus smart plus sweet. So yeah, that's that, and I do remember that, and I do remember that. So the first 2 weeks I was there, obviously, just pure stuck in myself. To be totally honest, pure stuck in myself, and didn't know what to mix or didn't want to do anything. And taking through them 2 weeks, I thought I'd never get out. I never get out of that place up there forever. But there's a, and again, this is to this day my finest moment that will come next. And as I say, it still is my finest moment. Whatever happens, if I ever get elected to local authority or to the government or even president or whatever, that's this is what I'm going to talk about. It will still be my finest hour. And I will be totally honest with you. So yeah, basically when I was there, basically I said, I might as well, do my best to try and get these other young people to have a bit of fun and have a bit of a laugh. And that characteristic, that thing when again, I felt like hope was lost in life for me, and that basically this is the end of my life. There's nothing more I could do in life. There's nothing more I can do, and I'm just here forever, and I'm looking at these walls forever. And again, this character, and I can't even explain where I got the courage, and where I got the will, and the ability to pull myself up from my darkest time, to pull myself up and rise above the darkness. And it does explain it there that I used about cavan, I joked about cavan and things like that, which I never really did before. Joked about my county and things like that. And I joked about my county and I talked about county cavan, and it was good laugh, and there was always somebody there, and I did do this a lot, try and raise the spirits of these young people, have a laugh with them, talk about county cavan and things, how miserable we are. And they really did enjoy it, and we had a great crack, and really turned in just the Cavan ward, as one of the nurses said. It's not even a Dublin hospital anymore. It's a Cavan ward. There was a Monaghan nurse there too. The phone Monaghan nurse got hold abuse. The whole lot of gives us hold abuse. I still feel that poor Monaghan nurse. Like she must have PTSD from how I turned those people, those young people there from Dublin. How I turned them into Cavan people and talking about County Cavan. It's beyond me. There was people from Mead there. How I turned them into county people talking about the only thing that was talked about too, we had a school there, was County Cavan. That's literally the only thing we did. We even done research. It had something to do with something else, random other things in history, and it turned into I don't know how I turned it into County Cavan. We're all going to research who is TDs in County Cavan, who's the county councillors, and that's what we did. I'd love it if I could find them documents now. We all researched Brendan Smith, Neve Smith, head of office, and how I turned it in. How I turned a Dublin hospital into a Cavan hospital. Like literally it was the Cavan ward. But literally it was such and again I can't understand, and again I do take in my heart and in my soul that God give me hope and give me optimism, give me strength, and above all else give me the strength to lift myself up, to pick myself up, and to push on, and that's that moment. Even because the rest of them suffered a lot too, and I really will say that. But again, Cavan really helped them out. And the just sheer joy of just joking about getting Cavan again, it brought them extreme joy, and I can't explain how much it brought them. Me joking about County Cavan, then joking me back, and it was such a positive. Like it really, really was so positive. It really was so good, and we even made Cavan bracelets. Like there was a thing going on, and even the fidget spinners were very popular at that time, and they went out and they got a spray painted. Well, the families did, the blue and white, the Cavan colours, and we had fidget spinners of the Cavan colours. And we actually did flags one time and out in the school. Like again, I don't know how I turned it into, and even the teachers, I think even said I'd never seen such a young person that you happen to lift the spirits literally of these young people, and lift the spirits of the staff too. The Monaghan woman wasn't too pleased, so that but it really was my finest hour, and I do take that memory to the grave with me, that it's so precious again, because whatever about me getting elected to any houses of the Oireachtas or anything like that would be my finest hour. What I explained there is my finest hour, that I was able to pick myself up from utter, and again, the only thing I can explain to you, that the man himself, God himself, give me the strength, and give me the will to push on and fight on, and I think he give me the gift of trying to get these young people to have a bit of a laugh, have a bit of fun, take their mind off what's happening in their lives and the upsets they face and things like that, which and again I can't explain. Some of the young people there, they went through torture, and I'll be totally honest, they went through torture in their life. They didn't deserve to suffer that fate. Some of them what happened to them, but they didn't deserve it. None of them deserved it. They were very good people, and they didn't deserve to be there. But yeah, I was there for about 7 weeks in the hospital. Again, it was such good, and sometimes it was so sad what I was thinking about things. Um, so yeah, it was a long time. 7 weeks is a long time to spend. Again, I was home every once in a while. They let you on home leave. Um, and it was difficult. It was very, very difficult. But again, when I got released, again, the one thing I do regret, that I didn't know William to the time nearly came that I was being released. And we were at school, in Dower's school. And I was pulled out by the therapist of the room, and I was told I was going home, I was being discharged. And, I didn't get to say goodbye to all of them. I really, really didn't. There was a few of them there. There was a great, great young lad called Ryan there. He was really, really such a good lad. I think he was from Tipperary. But he was such a good lad. And again, I show it to you now, and hopefully, please God, the family or the people themselves don't mind me showing this. But I think it is something that really does need to be shown, and you just need to be acknowledged. And it's something that is really, really positive, something that's very, very close to my heart. But again, it is something that should be remembered. And please God, if I die in the morning, or something happens, that that these two documents will live on, and will live on as inspiration to the next generation of Cavan people, that your county has the ability to lift people out of their darkest time. So please do remember that, anybody from Cavan, that your county has the ability to bring people out of the darkness and into positivity. So, yeah, good luck, Adrian. And with a nice cap flag and everything on it. So, yeah, where's the start? Really, where to start showing you this? I really hope they don't mind some of it, but I will touch briefly on it. So good luck, one of the teachers. Good luck, Adrian. I hope gets up Cavity. Adrian, I hope all is going well. Up Cavan from Mick, the teacher. I think he was my maths teacher. So yeah, and then there was best of luck, Adrian. Wishing you the very, very everything you do from the office staff in the bottom. This is this one. The best of luck, Adrian. The back up and onwards. What I can't really read. I used to be able to read them, but maybe it's just with the tears in my eyes. I can't really read them. So yeah, this top one here too is really the best one. There's other great ones here. Best of luck, Adrian. You're a legend. I will always remember you as the Cavan man. The place they want to be the same. Right. Where you are, I think. Best of luck, Stephanie. Good luck, Adrian. Future, I wish you the best. Good luck up the dubs. A bit debatable there. A very, very bit debatable there. They all they all found the Cavan way. And that's something that I do appreciate it. The best of luck, Adrian, too. And this next one too is good. To Adrian, the best of luck. God bless the Democratic Republic of Cavan. Great, it really was great. To Adrian, the best of luck. Lovely to meet you from Cavan. Unfortunately, this bit is a bit worn off, but Luke said this, the best of luck in the future. Wishing you the best of positivity and achievement. And then the next one too. It's something we live on. Adrian, I will always be reminded of you when I come near Cavan. Pleased to have met you. I don't know what to say, but I'm sorry that I teared up. It's very emotional for me. It is good memories and bad memories at the same time, but above all else, it is who I am today, and I will talk briefly about it. I will talk briefly about it just for a second. So that's where I started. So after I got released from Cherry Orchard and things like that, I said I would turn myself around, and I would turn my life around and do the best I could do to help people and to solve people, to do my best. And I did. I really, really did. I turned my life around, and I'm very proud of myself for what I did. That I lifted myself up from the dark and brought myself back into the light. So I'm very delighted what I achieved and everything. Then obviously that's where it all started. I talk about cavan and never shutting up about cavan. But yeah, and here we are in 2021 with me helping out with Cavan Day and being, I suppose, the rallying cry last year, particularly in 2020, for Cavan, to get Cavan all around the world. 10 million, 8 million views this year, 18 million views in total. Again, it is like, let's be honest, that it's a good achievement, and I'm very proud of myself for that. I'm sure they are today too. It's like again and again, never shutting up about Cavan. Like literally everything, literally I do is about Cavan. So it is really, really good. And I'm sorry that I did tear up again. It is very, very emotional again, and inside me. And I do say that I am an emotional person. I might portray myself as a fearless warrior, which I can't have to say straight. I'm not going to lie to people. I am somebody that does have an upset inside and has something inside them that does upset them. So, yeah. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned a bit. So you learned about my finest hour, which will always be my finest hour. I don't think I could ever overdo what I did there, from just particularly because again, words cannot explain how I felt at the beginning, how I don't know how I got the strength, because again, the upper powers, let's put it that way, intervene to help me. So something I will take to the grave, and I would love, that I would cherish and love for the rest of my life.